energy. My room, back in my room, back in my corner. Back in my room, back in my corner. Back in my room, back in my corner. I'm back in my corner. I'm back in my spot. Back in my room, back in my corner. Back where I be thinking. Back early in the morning when I get up. I sit right here. Think to myself, how we gonna make it? How we gonna get through? How we gonna do what we gotta do? Gotta roll on too. Gotta get photo. Gotta get more than the coupe with the top down. Gotta have more than the drop down. Wanna ride around town with my family. Not on E though, not my pockets, yo. Gotta have more than that, bro. Gotta have a little bit of joy too. Gotta move around with that strut what? Gotta do things. Gotta calculate my mathematics. I'm an addict for the dojo. So you know I got to get my bro. I got to get my dough, bro. Every time I step my foot out the dojo. Don't make me fight, you know I be in the dojo. But I'm down here for fun. Don't wanna be no warrior right now. You don't want me to get down. You don't want me to throw down. You don't wanna see how it sound. Pow pow. I know you heard that. Pow pow. Got that smoke for you. Got that choke for you. Blood clot, blood clot, blood clot, blood clot, blood clot. What they do, what they do, what they do, what they do, what they do. It's your boy Drizzy, Drake, your host as usual. JeWelZ, CruMbZ, and LiFeLiNeZ. RD 5140. That's the store. Crown is the logo, you know. I'm gonna give y'all one more before we come back on it. I'm having fun right now, just chilling. Shit, feel like I'm falling off. I gotta get back in the lab. Back in the lab now. That's what it is. Back in the lab now. That's my shit. Back in the lab now. Gotta get back to what I had now. Back in the lab now. Gotta get back to the bag now. I gotta carve my way. I gotta see my way through it. I gotta bargain my way through it. Yo, you know I can do it. I've been here before. This ain't nothing but the scratch box. Nigga, I know every corner of this shit, every window, every lock. You don't know my struggle. You don't know my story, bro. You better pull up a book and get in the chapter and see what I did, bro. I done broke the rules. I done broke some records. But now I'm in the corner, trying to get respect, kid. I'm doing this. Yeah, I gotta prove some shit. I ain't new to this. I bring my crew to this. We gonna do this shit, abuse the shit. We got to use the shit. We gonna take our time now, yeah. Nah, I ain't gonna write my rhyme down. I just let it slide out my mind now. I'm on some new shit. I gotta prove this. I gotta get my groove back, kid. Shit. Feel like I'm losing it. Gotta get back to the lab. Gotta get back to the bag. Gotta get back to what I had. I need it all back. I need my fortress. I want my walls back. I need my lights too. I need a nice boo. And if you listen to this, I know you'll be enticed too. Come with me on this luxury journey. Yeah! Taking you. You'll never have to ever worry. What we gonna do? We gonna lift this shit up. Once I get back to the lab. Once I get back to what I had. Once I get back to that bag. Never let go. Never let go. Nah. I'm holding on for the life I know you so. Yeah, this is off the top. This is all off the top. Told you I ain't gon' stop. Not till I see the sunlight. That's till I see the bright light. Not to hear the crowd loud. Calling my name proud. Saying my lyrics too. Yeah, that's what I wanna do. That's what I'm about, boo. Until you see blood clot, blood clot, blood clot. Yeah. Nah, I'm just tripping. Dipping. Alright, with the blood clot. Hopefully everybody's doing well. We're here from our random thoughts of the day. Maybe even a JeWelZ of the day. Feels me? But I got beef this morning. Got problems with KaMaLa Harris, the lady who never, ever answers questions. I mean, she'll go the whole scenic route before she even answers a question. Cut her off 8, 9 times, she's still not going to answer the question. Crazy. But, boop, right there. Put it right there. See that picture? What's that? First Indian American senator. Need I say more? Moving on. The black man agenda. The 5 things she has. Are any of them really inclusive to the black man? Because at the end of the day, I'm hearing a lot of others. When she was talking about setting aside what? I forgot how much. I want to say 100 million for investors, innovators, and new business owners and others. Not just for. When are we ever going to get something just for us? Asked her about reparations. We got to look into that. We got to do some studying. How many fucking years of studying do y'all need to know that y'all owe? Y'all can take money and give money to every and anybody, but you will not give money to the motherfuckers who broke their backs, who families broke their backs. The blood and tears are here still, the stains. You feel me? You got these fucking immigrants that she allowed to come in, because she changed that fucking act. Where if you get caught, we send them back basically. Now if you get caught, you stay. We're giving you money. You're giving away our tax dollars. You're giving away our tax dollars to immigrants. What about the fucking veterans sleeping in the street? What about the homeless here? What about the sick here? You gave away $600 billion to fucking Ukraine? You can print up money for anything, but you can't print up money to give it to the people who deserve it. You can't print up money for FEMA. You got $750 for each person, but these motherfuckers is walking around with like damn near $12,000 worth of food stamps, $5,000 on a card, living in a hotel. Like, come on, make it all make sense. Make it all make sense somewhere. This is why I got to get back in the lab. This is why I got to stay in my corner. Taking up a defensive mode. Because they're giving away our fucking country from right under our feet. And I'm going to tell you, I don't vote. I usually do not vote. I do not vote. Because at the end of the day, your fucking vote don't matter. It really doesn't. Because they're going to do what they want to do. Period, point blank. So don't tell me my vote count when you're going to do what you want to do. Because the majority of us, whatever we want, we do not get. We don't get it. We don't get money allocated to where it's needed. The poor are still poor. The suffering are still suffering. The struggling are still struggling. You feel me? So it don't matter who's in there. It don't matter. Because it's all about these corporations. As long as these corporations and these motherfuckers who own these stocks, that's where the money's going to go. They're going to continue to give $1 million bonuses to people who run companies into the ground. And she's backing all of that shit up. So don't tell me you have any agenda for the black man. And you have one at the last moment. You're cackling catty. I can't stand the way she laughs. You're going to try to get a federal ban on weed. Like, that's something that the black people need? That's That's one of the main things we need. Who gives a fuck? Listen, I'm not gonna say who gives a fuck about that because that does target us. But what I'm saying is there are more important things in front of that. All right? More important things in front of that. You're talking about lowering the cost of food and lowering rent and providing down payments for houses. It's confusing there because if you lower rent, you're lowering rent for everybody, not just black people, right? The federal law that's targeting us, if you change, it's going to be for everybody. It's not just going to be for black people, right? So are these things really for just the black people? Right? Black men? Fuck out of here, right? And she never really breaks down how she's planning to do any of this or achieve any of her goals. She never really breaks any of that down. But seemingly she has high regards for these immigrants who've not served this country, who've not made any fucking tax dollars for this country, but you're giving our money away to them. You feel very comfortable about giving our money away to them. Crazy. Now, again, I'm not voting. And I'm telling anyone who to vote for. But voting for her, you're just giving the country away. Now, with Trump was tough on immigration laws. Come on. He wanted to build a wall. Let's cut that bullshit. Trump was definitely tough on it. She the one changed the law that he had in place. All right? So now, pros and cons of Trump. The one thing I will say is he's already been the president. So we already know what we're dealing with. Now, when he was in the White House, I don't care what nobody say. My pockets was full. My pockets were full. When the COVID came, I received $1,100 a week for damn near 2 years. So I don't understand how all of these people out here weren't paying their fucking rent, weren't paying bills or anything and got all the way backed up. I don't understand that, right? And most of you never made $1,100 a week, so you should have had way more money than you needed. Honestly, come on, let's keep it a bean. I wasn't making $1,100 at my job. I wasn't. Not a week. Shit. Okay? So now, let's figure that in. Then you take that money and did what? What did y'all do with that money? What did any of y'all do with that money? Did anybody invest in themselves? Because a lot of people got busy. Let's keep it 100. There were a lot of pop-up stores and ideas that came out of the home during COVID. Right? So I know. I put ideas to execution. You see the product. I came up with my own little business. Whatever I invested in, I invested in. I made some money. All right? So it's all about doing what you have to do. I always felt like I lived off the grid anyway. Always felt like I lived off the grid. Like, basically, a lot of times I was having jobs where, gigs, not even jobs. You get paid maybe $100 a day. You don't know no job the next day. Find another gig the next day, $75. That's not a job. That's a gig. I was making it. I was getting by. Getting by ain't really good. You ain't got no insurance. Got no medical. No dental. What can you do for yourself? But try to provide the best. And if you have a family, you got to get out there and do your thing. My vote, my choice. My vote, my choice. So don't argue with me. Don't ask me who I'm voting for. It's none of your fucking business. But just know that you shouldn't be, by now we should have learned. Listen, I got pulled into the Obama. I voted for Obama. I think that was the second time I voted. I voted for Obama, right? I don't feel like Obama did anything for us, period, point blank. I'm just being honest. I don't. You're going to really have to show me what he did for us, because I can't feel it, I can't see it, I can't taste it, I can't smell it. All right? Can't. And then he had the nerve to talk about he was disappointed in a black man not voting for. Man, listen, don't try to hit us with that racist shit or the black and the white shit, because at the end of the day, it don't matter. It's about your policies. It's about where you stand. It's about, do you keep your word? Let's go back and look through the time and see what you promised to the people, what you said you was going to do, what you said you was going to stand on, and let's see if you stood on any of that shit. Because we know how to read the headlines, and we know how to motherfucking press play to see what you're saying out your mouth. Okay? So there we have it. You ain't gonna be flip-flopping. And if you listen to her, whoever she's talking to, she try to talk like them. That's insulting. That's insulting. And if y'all didn't feel insulted when she had Meg Thee Stallion shaking her ass and all that, bunch of idiots, cooning, buffoonery. This right here, this is for the intellectual people who really understand what's going on. This ain't for your everyday average person, because most of your people don't even care. They're not gonna vote. Democrat, independent, it don't matter what you are, because if once you get a job and you tied into that shit, you're a part of the bullshit. You are part of the fabric that makes the shit worse. What it should be is every year, every 2 years, for whatever job it is, every 4 years, there should be an American citizen filling that job, filling that position. Everybody's educated on it, right? Some of these jobs are for life. You shouldn't have that job for life, monopolizing that spot. No. No one should have a job forever, like the Supreme Justice Court. They shouldn't have those jobs forever. Because some of these people, the way they think, they're going to think that shit for the rest of their life. We're going to be stuck with them for what? Maybe they're living 50 years? 50 years before we can get some change? Crazy. Crazy, man, ain't it crazy? You know? I didn't mean to hold you guys this long. I just needed to get that off my chest. I'm tired of seeing all the KaMaLa Harris propaganda. I'm tired of even hearing about it. I can't wait for this election to be over. Okay? Really. Can't wait for the election to be over. I'm tired of hearing about this shit. Because the only thing I know, what happens in our neighborhoods around this time, let's think about it. What happens every time around this time when voting happens? The harassment turns up. The infringing on your fucking freedom to be happy gets fucked up. Because these knuckleheads, these police come out there and they start harassing motherfuckers and doing dumb shit and, you know, just the dumb shit, doing the most. Right? Indictments come out. Right? Now they want to show you that they enforce the law, that they're really about the law, right? That's when they come out. And do you ever see these motherfuckers in your neighborhood besides when it's time to campaign? I mean, don't y'all get tired of seeing this hustle? Don't y'all get tired of seeing this same show? The promises, the broken lies, the broken... Man, come on. Come on. How much of this shit can you really take? That's why I don't understand this right here. I don't understand how women watch soap operas. How could you look at someone whose life is full of shit and problems every day. Every day their life is fucked up. 2 or 3 or 5 moments of some good shit, and then right back to being fucked up. Can't take it. That's why I understand do what thou wilt means. Do what the fuck you want to do. Keep it righteous. Keep it within the bounds of Mother Nature. But I'm going to keep it 100. I'm not worried about none of these man-made laws because I don't break any law that isn't righteous. So I'm not worried about man-made laws because coming under the righteousness is nowhere in the world your law is righteous, more righteous than what I know. Trust and believe we know what's right and wrong. Everyone knows what's right and wrong. But we dealing with demons, not Democrats. Dealing with ridiculousness, not motherfucking Republicans. And these independent motherfuckers, a lot of times they be eclectic in thought and they be far off, far out there. Left, right, space. So it's your vote. It's your choice. And you can choose not to vote. Let's imagine this, right? Let's imagine this right here, right? Let's just imagine for one moment, because this could never happen, but let's just imagine for one moment, right? While I find my exiting music, that no one votes at all. Who would be the president? How would they get to be the president? Would KaMaLa HarriS stay being the president? Because, I mean, it's like she took over Homeboy's whole presidency, right? You didn't get to vote her in as a candidate for the Democrats. You didn't even get to vote. She was just... And for what reason? Because Homeboy got sick? What does that mean? That she doesn't have to prove herself and run? I think not. That's why I can't play these games. That's why I'm not going to look at any more of this shit until it's over. Can't wait till it's over. Really. Can't wait. So now, our little session is over. Get the fuck up out of here. But before we go, let the trumpets blow. Drizzy, J. Smoke to the choke productions. I write ritual sonnets while drinking sacred elixirs. Spoils go to the victor. I gotta give you my truth. In order to be a good leader, you gotta be a good listener. Late nights I sit up thinking the ways out. Smoke until I space out on that Mayflower. I sun gaze with no shades for 8 hours. I'm just tuning in when most megahertz fade out. My intel is detailed. We don't sell what he sell. I buy bulk, not retail. With a go-get-it fetish. No debt on my face. Clean slate. 24 hours, word of mouth, tell them we serving now. Only got a certain amount. Once I'm done, I'm clearing out. You know, I'm just giving you the truth. Thoughts surge through my mind that I can't suppress. Some promises were broken, some secrets confessed. The lies that I told made me love you no less. The help that I gave when I did, I gave my best. Now it's all on you. Whether you ball or crawl, the chips fall on you. Narrate the truth, keep it hater proof. Cause when you're successful, you can be sure someone's aiming at your fruit or your vegetable. It's a cesspool for the shooters.
Damn, this long made a fucking hit.
RD5140.com, 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 RD5140, RD5140, RD5140.com, RD5140.com. Who got the drip? Drip Dini. We drip a lot. Merch King C. Who got the hoodies? the hats, the t-shirts. RD5140.com. RD5140. RD5140.